Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers reportedly among 3 teams interested in trade for Nets forward. The Los Angeles Lakers failed in each attempt to make a splash during NBA free agency. But after whiffing on names like Klay Thompson, they're reportedly still ready to continue swinging away. Although the franchise was stuck mainly after numerous players opted into their options, the latest rumor links them to Brooklyn Nets forward Cameron Johnson. According to Brian Lewis of the New York Post, they aren't the only ones with interest. 2 other teams are reportedly interested, and 3 more are considered dark horse options to acquire the 28-year-old. While the Kings, Magic and Lakers are interested, one recent report claimed the Spurs, Raptors or Warriors could be a dark horse, Lewis wrote. Johnson would make a lot of sense for the Lakers as the 6'8" forward is a strong outside shooter, knocking down 40% or more of his attempts in 2 of the last 3 seasons. The lone exception was last year, in which Johnson shot 39.1% from beyond the arc with the Nets. While Johnson's scoring was down slightly last season compared to his first stint in Brooklyn, 25 games in 2022-23 after he was acquired from the Phoenix Suns, his upside is undeniable after 83 regular season games with the franchise. Over 100 games in the past 2 years, he averaged 14.3 points, 4.4 rebounds and 2.2 assists while shooting 45.7% from the field and 39.6% from deep. The big question comes down to what the Lakers can put on the table for Johnson if there's a bidding war with the Sacramento Kings or Orlando Magic. Or, for that matter, even the San Antonio Spurs, who Lewis cited via NBA analyst Jake Winbach, could offer Keldon Johnson and draft compensation in a potential deal. The Lakers will likely make a move, if not before the season, then before the trade deadline this upcoming season. However, who their primary target will be and how much they offer will remain hot-button topics. Los Angeles Lakers interested in Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown. The Los Angeles Lakers are desperate to make improvements this summer and there's still a number of options they are likely to consider. According to NBA insider Brian Lewis, GM Rob Pelinka is targeting Nets swingman Cam Johnson as a consultation prize after missing out on the top free agents. His size, 6'8", age and shooting ability combine to make Johnson valuable. Only 10 NBA players 6'7" or taller averaged more than his 2.4 made three-pointers last season, wrote Lewis. While the Kings, Magic and Lakers are interested, one recent report claimed the Spurs, Raptors or Warriors could be a dark horse. The 28-year-old swingman hasn't been made publicly available, but the thinking is that the Nets are willing to listen to offers after trading away their franchise star, Mikal Bridges. Cam averaged 13.4 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 2.4 assists per game last season. If not Johnson, then the Lakers could look to acquire Bruce Brown, a quality wing player who can hold his own on both ends of the floor. The Lakers and Milwaukee Bucks are 2 teams that showed interest in Brown last season, sources said, and Los Angeles maintains interest in him this offseason, wrote NBA insider Brett Siegel. One team whispered to have interest in Brown and was quietly mentioned as a possible suitor months ago is the Golden State Warriors. While unlikely to occur, the Warriors have the ability to move Andrew Wiggins, who is making more than $26 million this season, in a package from Toronto that includes Brown and other assets. This would open up more financial flexibility for the Dubs moving forward. Bruce Brown is an NBA champion and that experience could be a major boost in the Lakers' rotation. For a team that lacks star power, the Lakers can still make up ground against their competitors by building up their supporting cast. Off the bench, Brown could provide crucial two-way play on the perimeter and he could join closing lineups for his ability to guard almost every position. The same could be said for Johnson, who is widely viewed as one of the top two-way wings in the game. Whether it's Bruce or Cam or some other mid-level player, the Lakers are determined to keep searching for upgrades to their roster. Even at 39 years old, LeBron James is the best basketball player in the Olympics, and the Lakers owe it to him to assemble a team that can be competitive in the Western Conference. Of course, Anthony Davis will also be key to their success, and after averaging 24.7 points and 12.6 rebounds per game last season, he'll be coming in with big expectations to lead this Lakers team. Regardless of the star, however, the franchise will go nowhere if they don't have support, and depth has been an especially weak aspect of the current Lakers administration. From D'Angelo Russell to Rui Hachimura and Cam Reddish, the Lakers' role players were wildly inconsistent last season, and it cost them when the stakes were highest. If Pelinka is able to replace some of those guys with proven and more consistent role players, like Johnson or Brown, it could vault them into contender status next season. One thing they can't afford to do is nothing, and that's why they are trying everything they can to make a trade before the start of training camp in a few months. Lakers urged to trade for $160 million best wing option amid quiet offseason. The Los Angeles Lakers could be in the mix to land an impact player after a quiet offseason so far. After finishing 8th in the tough Western Conference and losing in the first round, the Lakers need to do something if they want to compete with the other top teams in the conference. Searching for players to improve the roster, Isaac Gutierrez of Bleacher Report listed 10 trade targets for the Lakers, including the best option in Jerami Grant. Jerami Grant, this is probably the best option, I think, Gutierrez said on July 23. He makes $30 million a year, he's 30 years old. So, this isn't a player like a Kessler or Wendell Carter, or even Colin Sexton. That's going to be somebody that's like a bridge to your next era, right? This is a win-now player, absolutely. If you make this move, it's because you believe that he can be the difference between you being a play-in team and you being a top 5 seed and trying to contend right now when LeBron James is still a lot. There have been rumors about the Los Angeles Lakers' interest in Grant, who could be the player the team's missing as a 3-and-D wing. According to Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports, Grant was on the Lakers' wish list before the NBA draft. Jerami Grant, a client of Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, is believed to be another potential addition on the Lakers' wish list, according to league sources, Fisher wrote on June 24. Despite the draft happening and the Lakers not making a deal for Grant during it, there's still a path to land him. They have 2 tradable first-round picks and multiple pick swaps to interest the Portland Trail Blazers. Being a Clutch Sports client is also important, as LeBron James and CEO Rich Paul have had a strong relationship since he joined James' inner circle after the 2003 NBA draft. If there's one worry about trading for Grant, it'd be his contract situation. He signed a 5-year, $160 million last year and is set to make more than $32 million in each season from 2025 to 2028. Trading for Grant with the new apron rules would make it difficult to build the rest of their roster. Matt Levine of Sports Illustrated wrote that his contract is one of the worst around the NBA and that getting stuck with it would be detrimental to the Lakers' future. Parting ways with multiple draft picks for a player like Grant would be detrimental to the future of the team, Levine wrote on July 8. Grant is a good player, but his contract is one of the worst around the NBA, and the Lakers don't want to get stuck with it. Sean Devaney of Heavy Sports spoke to an executive about his contract, and the executive also believes that his contract is an issue. Not with his contract. He is going to make $30 million next year, $32 the year after that, an executive said on July 8. Then he has 2 more years. You can't pay your third option $34, $35 million. If Portland wants the Lakers, the Heat, any of these teams to take him, they've got to recognize that. The Lakers are in a position where they might have to take some risks with James and Anthony Davis only getting older, so Grant might be the best option available. He averaged 21.0 points and shot 40.2% from three-point range on 5.1 attempts per game last season, which would help the Lakers as they look to improve from behind the arc. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Jerami Grant? Leave your opinion in the comments.